Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Grimrock, Level 3 with FrozenFoxy and glitching stairs. Awesome. So yeah, if you move the camera when you're in some stairs, it does a little bit of glitch, but you know, this game is pretty good, even for a few glitches here and there. One thing I don't like about the stairs is if you turn one side or the other, it will actually make you walk up the stairs if you're still standing on them. I don't know why it does that exactly. I think that's kind of a silly feature, but oh well. Anyway, this level, level 3, in my opinion, is one of the most difficult levels that there is in this game, mainly because it's very early on in your career as a character, and you might not have quite gotten the hang of everything that you're doing, and well, you'll see. We'll get to this. So we got a nice little door here, and what do we got here? A lone pillar of light stands alone in the night. Now, some of you might think that what you're meant to do is just have a lone pillar of light facing the door or something like that, and that too is what I thought when I first came down here, but that's not quite the case. No, in fact, what it means is this central column here, which I wouldn't really call a pillar per se, is meant to be fully lit up. So yeah, that's the puzzle as you're coming into level 3. So we're already starting off with a little complexity that we weren't seeing too much in the first two levels, which I really do adore. This game definitely does get a lot more complex the more you go down into the dungeon. I really like that. I find that pretty fantastic. Okay. Nice little crower in here. Let's just back him up here. Hopefully nothing else will follow us while we're taking care of him. There we go. Crowern's not so bad. He's not so bad at all. I can kind of see, whoa, something moving around back there. We can't quite tell what it is from here, but he is definitely shooting something at us, and there's nothing in this nice little alcove here. It's more or less just a place to take some shelter from those stupid things flying at us. We'll see soon enough what that is that's trying to make our day bad. But first off, let's deal with this crowern. Come on. There we go. Having some trouble shooting these guys here. Or, hitting them, I should say. Shooting them, I'm having no trouble with. So we got another crowern over here. Now, the thing that was shooting at us has apparently vanished into nowhere. I have no idea where he decided to go. We'll have to find him a little later. What the hell? Okay, there. Can figure out where that crowern was taking himself. You might just faintly be able to see an impression on the wall there, which we will investigate in a little while. There we go. You might be able to hear something walking around over here. Oh, okay, that's that got me that time, for sure. I think I'm actually going to go and rest, just because my mana is just a bit low for my liking. This level... Oh, I'll explain what I was about to explain a little bit later. I can't hear you, but I know you can hear me. I tried to talk to the other people that have been here before you. They were criminals, but I sense that I can trust. Well, I don't really know if I can trust you, Mr. Gearman. You're kind of, creepy and unknown. Especially down in a, dank dungeon where the only thing that has come to greet me so far has been monsters. So, are you a monster? I don't know. I feel like you're probably a monster. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up needing to rush down this hall at this guy. Let's do it. Say hello to the skeleton archer. Pain in the ass. I suppose you can technically attack this guy with ranged weapons and just try to move out of the way of him, or if you have some room you can walk around him, but right here where we're fighting we just don't have the room. I can definitely hear some soldiers marching around. Now someone asked during the previous episodes why I had not put a shield into Victoria's hands, and the answer is because I'm a dumbass and I completely forgot to do that. I was kind of enjoying the fact that I was able to put like keys and stuff in her other hand, and I guess I just kind of got sidetracked and didn't do it. However, the first shield that we find down here, I will be sure to put in her hand this time around. Now, you may be looking at this panel here and thinking, that's probably a trap, and you would totally be right. So we're not gonna just walk straight on into this room. But yeah, there is tons and tons of skeleton soldiers walking in this place. So we're gonna try and take them on one at a time, at least as well as we can. That's a lot of marching. Nice. Just trying to grab that shield, but it's a little bit out of reach. These guys do not seem anywhere near as hard as the first time I came down to level 3. And that's probably mainly because I know what I'm doing and leveled myself up properly. Which is definitely a good thing to know what you're doing and level yourself properly. Because it can be really hard in this dungeon to get through it if you don't quite know what you're doing. It's similar to a roguelike in that manner, since you need to know a little bit about what you're doing to successfully traverse through the dungeon. Come on. My people are just like fantastic at missing every single shot. I'm gonna keep I think one of these around for this guy, and mainly the reason I want that around is because, as you can see, his energy is draining really fast, and if I'm in the middle of a huge battle like the one that we were just doing, and I run out of energy in the middle of it, and there's absolutely no way for me to attack, that would be bad. So I would like to be able to switch out for this weapon, you know. in the middle of battle. I think that would be quite helpful. Anyway, we'll grab this torch back. This thing right here opens a nice little area where you can fall down. Now, a lot of what you're going to find in the areas down in this dungeon after level 2 and 1 is a lot of these trapdoors lead to the same area. So those trapdoors that you might have noticed earlier, I believe they actually lead to the same area as this, so I'm not going to be falling down this and them at the same time. Something else about that area that you can fall into is that it's got a couple of snails down there, I believe, and for those of you interested in achievements and such, it might be noteworthy to know about that, because you can technically just save the game and keep falling down that hole until you manage to fall on one of the snails, and then you can get the achievement for killing with gravity. That, as far as I know, is one of the easiest places to get that achievement. I don't know if there's a better place to do that, but as far as I know, that is a very, very good place to get that achievement. Now, me, I don't want to fall on those snails because, as far as I know, if you fall on the snail, you do not get any sort of experience for it, and I don't want that to happen. Anyway, that lever that we just flicked back there would have been what we would have needed to flick if we had not allowed these creatures to close the door for us, or open it, or whatever, and let all of their gear sit on top of that. It would have been a pain in the ass trying to kill all of them in here. I think there was like 4 of them. You can technically drop some of them down in here, which I suppose is a good strategy, so you don't have to face all 4 of them. But I like my strategy of just opening and closing the door. That's going to be a major strategy that I use throughout this game, is opening and closing the door. I am also going to totally waste a lot of food on this particular level, since I am, 1, explaining a lot of things, and 2, it's this level. Anyway, before we drop down here, I would like to go ahead and save the game here, so that I don't accidentally drop down on a snail. That is not what I want to do. Good, we did not drop down on one of the snails. Fancy. Throw that at that guy. Get a little experience from the throwing. Whoops. He died a little quicker than I thought he would. Nice. Definitely hear a skeleton walking around somewhere. Speaking of skeletons, there is our secondary skull here. So we now have 2 of those. I should probably make some healing potions, just so that all of my characters have at least 1 healing potion of their own. I mean, I can't currently do that because my other potions over here are set for curing poisons and such. But once I do not need that, I will certainly be using it for health instead. Poison's not necessarily something that you need to cure either, because it will over time cure itself. It just takes a really long while to do it. Usually too long for it to be a good thing to let yourself just be poisoned. A nice little teleport. Now, if we had turned on that teleport before, I would not have been able to get the skull, which is around this corner. It is very easy to miss that skull. I have myself missed that skull in the past. Now, earlier I was talking about this little indentation here, so we've got a nice little secret-y thing. Sweet. Which is apparently not a secret. That did not give us a nice little secret ding, but there is this. Ah. And with a quick little throw, we can probably close a bridge for ourselves. And there's the actual secret ding. So, in this game, you're going to start seeing a lot of secrets within secrets as you go further down. And this is our first little bow thing here. So those poison arrows will actually come in handy at this point. Be able to use them. Speaking of poison arrows, I believe the skeleton normally drops a frost arrow, which I did not pick up. I don't know if I missed it. No, he did not drop a frost arrow whatsoever. Also, I do not want this torch anymore. But yeah, usually those skeletons will drop a frost arrow for you, which is nice. Poison arrows, not so great because a lot of enemies do not care about poison whatsoever. And you are hungry. Give you some mole jerky. And let's see what's behind door number 1. Hello? Anyone in here? I hear a save rock. I also see a note on the ground. What do we got going here? I haven't slept well lately. There's an echo in my dreams that is too faint to hear. I wonder what it is trying to tell me. Turum. Alright. Getting to know this Turum a little better. He seems to be just another prisoner like us, as far as I can tell. Nice little save rock here. We will not be touching that right now because I'm going down that hole. And we can worry about that save rock in a bit. Get rid of this stupid herder. There we go. Nice new herder cap for me, and some leather greaves. What we got here? 4 protection versus my current 3. That is certainly something to change out, and I guess I'll leave this silk hose here because I think you already have. Actually, hold on. Is this less weighty? This is less weighty, so we will switch that out, and you can have these peasant breeches instead. Or breeches, I should say. I don't know why it is that I sometimes say it breeches. Whatever. Doesn't matter.